Hold on a moment. Just 15 seconds. If you don't receive a call from Saint Michael right now, then don't keep watching. The Lord has sent him to your home. He promises that this week your house will be filled with blessings, that lack will turn into abundance. His mission is to increase your blessings, and that's why I'm here with you today, to deliver his message. Before we finish, write the initials of a family member who needs protection. Also, don't forget to share this message and follow this channel. This way, you'll be one step ahead of your adversaries, of those who doubt your light and the victories coming your way. Saint Michael will show his power, demonstrating that he is with you, protecting you day and night, because he has already won many battles for you. Your enemies will be surprised by the blessings God will give you very soon. Everything you've asked for. Trust in him, because whoever believes in God will never lack anything. Today, God is giving you a great opportunity because you've drifted a little. Every night, take a moment to talk with him, because he listens to you. As his most powerful guardian, he has sent me to help you. Archangel Saint Michael continues to speak to your heart, because what's coming for you is not small. You've been through storms that almost broke you, but you're still here, and that's no coincidence, it's divine purpose. There's something important you need to know. Someone tried to sabotage your happiness. They envied your light, wished you wouldn't advance, but they didn't succeed. Do you know why? Because you were covered by a heavenly cloak. Saint Michael, with his sword, has cut away the evil that surrounded you. Every tear you shed was collected by angels and transformed into a seed of blessing. This week, something powerful is going to change. You're going to receive a clear sign that heaven is moving strings in your favor. It could be a message, a call, a reunion, or even an opportunity that seemed lost and suddenly reappears. Don't be afraid. Sometimes the universe removes everything that hurts before giving you what you truly deserve, and you deserve a lot. God saw you fall, but he also saw you rise. And that's why this blessing will be great. So great that even your enemies will wonder how you achieved it all. But you'll know it wasn't luck. It was faith, and that faith is being rewarded today. Love will come to you in a different way, more mature, pure, healthier. It won't be like before because you are no longer the same person. You've changed inside and out. You've learned to let go, to heal, to love yourself. Prepare to receive. Make space in your life, in your heart, in your home, because everything you've asked for is on its way. And if you feel you have no strength, repeat this phrase. Saint Michael fights for me what I can no longer bear. And you will see how everything begins to flow. In the coming days, you will receive a special dream, a dream sent from heaven. It won't be just any dream. It will be a confirmation, a message in your rest. Take it seriously. Write it down when you wake up, because there will be the answer you've been waiting for. Before closing this message, perform an act of faith. Declare that all good is already yours, that no negative energy can touch your soul, that your home is blessed territory. Comment: my house is protected by Saint Michael. And if you can, light a white candle tonight, just for a few minutes, and talk to him. You don't need perfect words, only sincere ones. He listens to you. He has already chosen you. He is already acting for you. Now, your guides want to tell you something you cannot ignore. Have patience, says Saint Michael the Archangel, because while you sleep, he fights for you. Your enemies are falling into their own traps. They are caught in their own conflicts, envy and bad intentions. He has them confused, in chaos, and the strongest part is that they don't even understand why everything is starting to go wrong for them. But you know why? Because when they mess with you, they are challenging heaven. Look closely around you because there are people who smile at you, but can't stand to see you shine. Your progress, your faith, your light bother them. There is a woman in your circle who has pretended to help you, but inside she burns with rage because she hasn't been able to stop you. Saint Michael knows this, and that's why he is acting with divine justice. Every attack they sent you is now reversed. Every dirty word they said about you now surrounds them. And while they fall, you rise. The strongest part of all this is that you already sensed it. You knew that not all hugs were real, that not all words were sincere, but you remained silent, waiting for heaven to speak for you. And today is the day. Your angels now want to reveal to you that everything you experienced this year was not punishment, it was training. Because you needed to learn who to trust and who not to. Who deserves to be in your new life, and who cannot cross into this new stage. And what's coming for you now is not just anything. An unexpected call, a proposal for change, news that will move everything. Heaven is clearing your path, and although you don't understand it all now, you will soon be grateful. And if you are crying while listening to this, don't feel weak. It's your soul recognizing the truth. The next card says that God is preparing you for a great harvest because you sowed with tears and now you will reap with joy. You are going to receive something that seemed impossible. That answer, that money, that reunion, that victory that no one believed you could have. It arrives. Don't explain anything. Just give thanks, because this time it will be evident that heaven did it. There's something else they want to tell you, and it's urgent. There is a presence in your house that doesn't let you sleep well, and it's not a ghost. It's heavy energy someone left with intent. But tonight, if you light that white candle, Saint Michael will cleanse every corner, and what left will not return. Do not ignore this warning. Do not take it as a coincidence. You won't believe the next message. Your guides now want to tell you that Archangel Michael not only protects you, but has been fighting for you in silence, disarming hidden plans of people who pretended to love you, but really only waited to see you fall. Something very strong has been revealed to you. Someone close, someone you helped and trusted, defrauded you, stole from you, and spoke ill of you behind your back with a malice born only from the venom of envy. But it doesn't end there. Because what's coming now is divine. Justice in its purest form. Heaven is alight in your favor. God will no longer allow you to keep losing due to the wickedness of others. Saint Michael has raised his sword against those roaches who covet what belongs to you, and he has already begun to close paths for those people who mocked you, who used you, who thought you would remain silent. This time it won't be the same, because this time the entire universe is acting with you, and that person who dared to touch what was yours will have to see with their own eyes how everything they took from you will be taken away from them. Decree it with absolute faith. What God gave me, no one can take away. Comment it, write it, shout it if necessary, because that decree is powerful and will break spiritual ties. The most shocking thing is that this person thought you would never find out, that they could continue to steal your peace, your energy, your ideas, even your light. But no more. Today, all that will be returned to the original owner, you. Saint Michael is aligning the pieces, and in the next few hours, you will feel everything begin to order itself, effortlessly, without logical explanation, because that's how God acts when he wants to make it clear that no one messes with his chosen ones. Your intuition will explode. You will have revealing dreams. You will feel alerts in your chest. And even your body will shake when that person seeks you out or mentions your name. It's not paranoia. It's a sign from heaven. Light a white candle tonight. Ask for clarity and protection. And what is hidden will be revealed. No more betrayals disguised as affection, no more false smiles. Now everything falls by its own weight. A season of revelations begins. Prepare to learn what you never imagined, because some secrets were well buried, but heaven has said enough, and you are going to receive the crown of someone who resisted everything with faith. And just when you thought you couldn't take any more, just when you are about to give up, comes the twist that will change your story forever. What I have to tell you next will change everything if you're ready for what's coming, because what follows, you won't believe it. Your guides now want to tell you something you cannot ignore, because this will completely change what you think you know about your life. That person who hurt you so much, who spoke ill of you behind your back, who smiled in front of you while wishing you the worst inside, that person cannot stand to see you standing. Their heart is broken, not by love but by rage, because they failed to see you destroyed. Because every attempt they made to extinguish your light only made it shine brighter. They pay for hexes against you, consult witchcraft, manipulate weak people to spy on you, to approach you pretending affection. But you already know. You felt that discomfort in your chest, that recurring bad dream, that feeling that something isn't right. It's not paranoia, it's intuition. It's your soul screaming at you to be careful. But listen closely. You are not just anyone. You are the Empress, the one who rises from the ashes, the one who transforms pain into power. They cannot defeat you because Saint Michael is by your side, and he has already drawn his sword for you. Every silent prayer you made, every tear no one saw, he took as a direct command from heaven. Masks are falling, ties are breaking, your path is being cleared, and while your enemies do everything to stop you, you will advance effortlessly, because now the universe revolves in your favor. You will notice how people who were not good for you begin to move away on their own. How opportunities you thought lost return suddenly. How that love that seemed extinguished begins to ignite again, but now at a higher, healthier, truer frequency. And it's no coincidence. It's reward. It's divine justice. It's the harvest of everything you sowed from your noble heart. Now everything begins to be revealed. Your angels are giving you clear signs, repeating numbers, speaking to you in dreams, showing you names, songs, messages. Do not ignore anything. If you open this message today, it's because you are about to receive news that will leave you speechless. I'll tell you something else. Someone is going to confess what was hidden from them for a long time. A truth is coming to light, a secret that returns control to you, a betrayal that ultimately strengthens your position. So prepare yourself, because what is moving in your favor is greater than you imagine. But don't go yet, because the next thing I have to tell you will chill you to the bone. Now your guides want to tell you something you haven't wanted to accept. Your own family, the one that was supposed to protect you, was the first to throw dirty energy at you. They were the first to speak ill of you when you weren't around, to minimize your achievements, to mock your dreams, to wish you would fall so they could later say, "I told you so." But Saint Michael saw everything, and that's why today heaven is moving in your favor, because the harm they tried to do to you became the fire that ignited your power. They don't understand how you're still standing, how after so many betrayals you keep shining. But what they don't know is that you were raised by the hand of God, and there is nothing and no one who can stand against that. What they launched with malice, heaven transformed into miracles. You don't need to fight anyone because Saint Michael is already fighting for you. And tonight, when everyone sleeps, he will send angels to your home, angels of blessing, cleansing, justice, because what you have endured is no longer fair. It's time for everything to change in your favor, and you will feel it. You will dream of someone approaching you with a candle in hand, and there you will understand that what was said here is beginning to come true. That house that once felt heavy will begin to feel lighter, more alive, more yours, because the energies that do not belong to you will be expelled. Heaven has already taken matters into its own hands, because you have suffered too much in silence. You have swallowed words you wanted to shout, and you cried in rooms where no one saw you. But all that has a reward, because every tear became a promise, and every wound will be healed with blessings. And not just any blessing. Something big is coming, something that will change your story, something you didn't expect. A divine turn, a justice that will be felt in the soul. And when it arrives, you will know it was Saint Michael, it was God, it was heaven, because no one else has the power to lift you up in that way. People will talk. Of course they will talk. They will say, "You don't deserve so much. How did you achieve it?" But you won't respond with words. You will respond with actions, with peace, with a blessed life. Because silence also speaks. And you are no longer here to explain your process. You are here to live your miracle. What's coming for you will silence many mouths, even those of your own blood. And when that happens, don't say, "I told you so." Just smile and give thanks, because heaven is giving you back everything they took from you. What's coming for you is not just anything. It is a divine answer to everything you lived. So stay, because the next thing I have to tell you will change everything. Now your guides want to tell you something that was hidden for a long time. Something you didn't know, but your soul already sensed. There is a woman of your own blood who entered your house with a false smile and sweet words. But in her heart, she carried a shadow. She took something of yours, an object you touched with your hands that contained part of your energy. It wasn't by accident. She knew what she was doing. She took it with the intention of stopping you, delaying you, entangling your path. And although you didn't see it, Saint Michael did. He was there, observing how the act of betrayal was carried out in silence. It was your sister, and what hurts most is that you loved her, defended her, helped her, but she couldn't stand to see you flourish, how your steps began to shine. She felt that the world was giving you what she could never hold. She envied you in silence, and in that envy, she planted something dark. But here's the strongest part. Archangel Saint Michael intervened before that could manifest. With his sword, he cut the energy of that object and returned it to the one who invoked it. From that moment, her life has begun to fill with chaos, because the evil she wished upon you returned to her multiplied. You were protected because your faith was stronger than her curses. But it doesn't end there. Your angels want to reveal that it wasn't just that act. There's more. There are conversations behind your back. There are plans that were woven within your own family to make you feel guilty, small, so you wouldn't dare to shine. They are upset because you didn't fall. Because even with tears in your eyes, you kept believing. Saint Michael not only defended you, now he is delivering divine justice. You will see how that sister begins to distance herself, how her energy becomes heavy every time you enter. It's not a coincidence. It's because she can no longer maintain her mask. And very soon the truth will come to light. People who didn't believe you before will begin to notice what you already knew. The next card says a great release is coming. Something in your life is going to break, but don't be scared. It's necessary for you to enter the new cycle that God prepared for you. What follows will be intense but beautiful. Prepare yourself, because heaven is moving in a way that no one can stop. The next thing I have to tell you will change everything if you're ready to hear it. Stay, because what's coming is the most impactful thing. The next thing your angels want to reveal to you is something that will shake your soul, because it confirms what you always felt but no one believed. You are the most envied in your family, the most attacked, the most judged, and not by strangers, but by your own. This sister who now hates you in silence managed to enter your house. And yes, she took an object you used frequently, something that had your energy, something that carried your essence. She didn't do it by accident. She knew exactly what she wanted: to work against you with black magic, with heavy witchcraft, with death. Yes, you heard right, with death. She wanted to close all your paths. She wanted to see you destroyed, depressed, alone, ruined. She not only attacked your abundance, she also wanted to destroy your mental health, your emotions, to make you feel worthless, faithless, loveless. But what she didn't know is that you are not alone. Archangel Michael fights for you day and night. And with his blazing sword, he destroyed everything she tried to throw at you. Every attempt to harm you was nullified before it touched your spirit. And not only that, the universe is already responding. Divine justice does not remain silent. That person will begin to fall alone, by her own weight, because she played with fire, and you are marked by celestial protection. What she did to keep you from advancing will return to her multiplied. But you will not touch her. You will not seek revenge with your own hands, because heaven is already doing the work for you. Begin today to declare your power, because everything that belongs to you returns to you. Every blessing that was stolen, every love that was separated, every joy that was extinguished, everything will return with force. So raise your voice and comment right now. I claim what belongs to me, because that is a decree. It is a key. It is a signal for your guides, and listen carefully to what I am going to tell you now. It is even stronger, and if you are seeing this, it is because it is being revealed to you just in time. Stay, because what's coming can change your destiny. The next revelation comes directly from your angels, and it's no coincidence that you're reading this right now. Something is about to be exposed, something that was hidden for a long time, and that heaven will no longer allow to remain in the shadows. Saint Michael shows it to me clearly. There is someone who has been speaking ill of you behind your back. Someone who pretended to help you while secretly wishing you would lose everything. That person was feeding envy, intrigue, and has made others doubt you, turn their backs on you, point fingers without knowing the whole truth. But listen closely to what I tell you. God does not allow his children to be mocked for long. Divine justice is coming, and it will fall like lightning upon whoever dared to touch what is yours. This person will be exposed, unmasked, and the strongest part is that all the evil they cast will return to them multiplied. You will see how they begin to get sick, how their paths close, how their own words get tangled, and people begin to distance themselves for no apparent reason. It's not your revenge. It's justice from above. Your guides insist that you don't be afraid, that you no longer silence what you feel, that you don't get used to being surrounded by people who smile on the outside and curse on the inside. That you don't keep pretending everything is okay when your soul is tired of enduring. Heaven chose you for great things, and that's why it has allowed you to go through trials that not everyone could bear. You have cried in silence. You have lost people. You have felt that no one understands you. But all of that was necessary to reach this point. The point where God says enough. Enough betrayals. Enough injustices. Enough carrying blame that is not yours. Now a new season begins. And yes, it will hurt. Because for blessings to enter, some people will have to leave. Because for the new to arrive, you will have to let go of the old. Because to heal, you will have to accept that some things will not return. But what's coming is much better. Saint Michael is preparing you for an unexpected turn. A message that will change the course of everything. And it won't be just any message. It will be a call, a proposal, a sign that will leave you speechless. Someone who had distanced themselves, will seek you out again, but don't open the door blindly again. This time, heaven asks you to use your discernment. Ask yourself, is it because they love me, or because they need me now? Don't let yourself be manipulated. You are entering a stage where many masks will fall, where people who once ignored you will now seek to approach you, but not out of love, but out of interest. Be careful. Your angels tell you to observe, to listen more than you speak, and to stand firm in your path, but don't stoop for anyone again. You've given too much, you've broken too much. Now is your time to reap. The next spiritual card reveals something you didn't know. In your house, there is an energy that is not yours. Someone left a burden, a negative presence that is draining your strength. That's why you feel so tired lately. That's why you argue more than usual. That's why you feel that everything weighs, that nothing flows, that something invisible is holding you back. But don't be afraid, because Saint Michael is already there. Tonight, if you say a simple prayer and light a white candle with faith, that energy will be expelled. Do it with certainty, and as you do, visualize a blue light enveloping your entire home. Say aloud, only peace, love, and God's blessing enter here. Everything that does not come from the light leaves. Because you are not alone. You never were. It's just that now you're going to start feeling it. And there's something else, and this will shake you. Your angels say that a person who loved you very much, but is no longer in this world, has been visiting you in dreams. You've felt their presence. You've heard their name at strange times. Even felt chills for no reason. Don't be afraid. It's protection. That soul is asking you not to stop fighting, not to extinguish your light, not to lose faith, because from the other side, they are guiding you. It wasn't a farewell. It was a transformation. That soul is still with you, helping you get up when no one else does. Listen closely. That person is sending you a special blessing, an opportunity to heal something that was left pending, a reconciliation with someone important, a door that seemed closed and now opens. But you have to be attentive because it will come disguised as a coincidence. And you already know that in your life there are no coincidences. You are about to experience one of the most important closures of your life. You are one step away from something that will completely change your path. But first, you have to let go of what no longer resonates with you. You have to distance yourself from what only drains you. You have to forgive yourself for staying where you were no longer happy. It wasn't your fault to trust, to give everything, to love with your soul. It was your lesson, and now that you've learned it, don't repeat the cycle. Choose peace, even if you have to walk alone. Choose light, even if everything seems dark at first. Choose your worth, even if no one recognizes it. And the last thing they show me is impactful. Your love life is about to move like never before. A pending conversation will happen. A truth will come to light. A new beginning awaits you. That it depends on you to close the old well, to embrace the new. Because true love does not come to hearts full of doubts. Empty your heart of resentment, and God will fill it with blessing. Do not ignore this, because the next thing I have to tell you will change everything. And do you want me to tell you? The next card says that what's coming for you is not just anything. It's a total upheaval that will shake your life from the roots, because heaven no longer wants to see you cry over people who don't deserve a single thought from you. And I'll tell you without filters. That person who betrayed your trust, who spoke ill of you behind your back, who used your secrets to manipulate your path, that same person who mocked in silence while you prayed, will face the price of their wickedness. Because Saint Michael no longer allows them even one more second of advantage over you. And the most shocking thing is that this enemy of yours, this roach disguised as a sheep, pretended to be a victim to others. They cried in front of others, invented stories to make you look bad while you, in your innocence, tried to forgive, to understand, to let go. But even there, heaven no longer wants you to keep justifying the unjustifiable. Now is the time to open your eyes and see that person for who they truly are. A shadow that was stealing your light. Someone who couldn't stand to see you advance. Who felt disgusted by your shine because you are everything they could never be. And I'm not just talking about material things. I'm talking about your heart, your faith, your inner light that, even though they tried to extinguish it, they could never destroy. And that's why Saint Michael has risen in your favor and has made it clear. This soul has suffered too much. Now, his promises are activated. Now his destiny is fulfilled. And although many won't understand, although many may have judged you, although they may have told you that you exaggerate or that you are dramatic, you know what you have lived. You know the nights you cried asking for a sign. You know what it's like to give everything for people who only knew how to use and harm. And that's why what's coming for you will be so great, so unexpected, so miraculous that even you will be silent, crying, speechless, because you will feel God's embrace in your soul. And no one, listen closely, no one will be able to stop what heaven has determined to give you. And here's the strongest part. Someone who failed you, someone who betrayed you badly, will want to come back. They will pretend they've changed, that they've understood, that they need you. But you are no longer the same. Now you are fire, now you are strength, now you are chosen. And your spirit no longer allows anyone to enter your sacred space because your house is now sealed with divine light. Your bed is protected by angels, your path is surrounded by signs. And no one with a dirty heart will be able to approach without being burned by the truth. Prepare to see how the universe arranges everything in your favor. To see how people who once ignored you call you. How those who once let you go seek you out. Because your energy has risen so high that not everyone can touch it anymore. And the most sacred thing of all is that Saint Michael not only protects you, he fights for you. He is already moving things you don't even imagine. He is closing doors you didn't dare to close. He is blocking connections that only drained you. And he is making a new opportunity come to you. A divine door that opens miraculously. That will lead you to live what you always dreamed of. But there's one condition. You cannot go back to what already broke you. You cannot accept crumbs when heaven has already prepared a feast for you. You cannot continue to defend whoever destroyed you. And I know it's hard. I know it's difficult to let go of the familiar. But you no longer have time to keep repeating stories of pain. Now is the time to gather what was sown. Now is the time to receive. Now is the time to flourish. And if you still doubt, if you still think that maybe you don't deserve so much, repeat it strongly. I am a child of God, and all good belongs to me by divine right. And you will see how everything begins to change. How that call comes. How that person distances themselves alone. How that money suddenly manifests. Because what's coming is not punishment. It's reward. Reward for not giving up. For not getting dirty even when they wanted to see you fall. Reward for continuing to have faith when everything seemed lost. And here's a final warning you cannot ignore. In the next 72 hours, you will see a very strong sign. An unexpected message. A revealing dream. An encounter that will not be a coincidence. And there you will know that all this is real, that Saint Michael does not lie, that God is already acting. And when that happens, do not doubt, do not question, do not retreat. Accept that blessing as someone who receives a fulfilled promise, because that is what it is. A promise that is already being fulfilled. And if you've made it this far, if something in your chest is vibrating, If you feel that this message went straight to your soul, then comment right now. Saint Michael, I receive your protection and I trust in divine justice. Because you are not alone. Because you are already being backed by the Most High. And because the next thing I have to tell you will shake your emotions, open your eyes, and show you a truth that has been hidden for too long. And I promise you will never look at your life the same way after hearing what's coming. The next card says that you were protected from something you wanted, something you begged to have, but that heaven denied you out of love for you, not as punishment. Your angels couldn't bear to see you entangled in that situation, in that dirty energy, in that connection that seemed like love but was only control, attachment, dependence disguised as affection. What you called destiny, they called a test. And now you understand their truth. Now you realize that the person you so desired was only draining you, limiting you, making you feel small. They didn't love you. They possessed you. They didn't care for you. They confused you. And although it hurt to let go, although you thought your world was falling apart, it was the most powerful decision you made. Because at that moment, even if you didn't know it, Saint Michael hugged you, picked you up from the floor, dried your tears, and promised you that nothing meant to destroy you would ever enter your life again. He closed that door forcefully, and that's why, even though they sought you out, even though they tried to come back, even though they spoke sweetly to you, you were no longer the same. You no longer swallowed excuses. You no longer needed to beg for love because your spirit was already on another level. And what once dazzled you now makes you laugh. What once hurt now sets you free. But it doesn't end here, because there's someone else who hasn't been able to let you go. Someone who still desires you in secret, who checks your social media, who asks about you discreetly, who can't stand to see you moving forward without needing them. And that person is angry because they believed that without him or her, you would be destroyed. They thought you were weak, that you would beg, that you would fall into their game, but you showed them something they didn't expect. Your strength. That's why they pay to spy on you. That's why they ask others to provoke you, to tempt you, to confuse you. But no one can touch what Saint Michael has already sealed. You are protected territory, woman. You are sacred ground. What belongs to you is not negotiated with the enemy, and the enemy is already losing. There are people who will have to eat their words, people who spoke ill of you, who mocked your process, who said you wouldn't achieve it. This week, you will receive a direct sign. Someone who wasn't speaking to you will seek you out with their head bowed, an unexpected message, an apology, a truth that confirms what you already felt but no one told you. And it won't be a coincidence. It will be a clear sign that heaven is delivering justice. Your tears are being collected and transformed into blessings. Do you know what that means? That for every sleepless night you will receive a miracle. That for every betrayal you experienced, a new door will open. That for every rejection, God is preparing a table of honor for you. You will notice that everything begins to change, from small things to situations that have been stagnant for months. Everything moves. Everything aligns. Everything begins to respond to you. But listen to this carefully. Do not open the door to those who already betrayed you. Do not allow what hurt you to return disguised as an opportunity. There are tests that are not repeated if you learn the lesson, and you have already learned. You are no longer that woman you endured to avoid being alone. Now you know how to be with yourself.